Welcome to my presentation. Now I'm going to read an article from the Daily Star on the future of work, challenge and opportunities for youth employment. This article is written by Salim Jahan, is former director of Human Development Report Office under the United Nations Development Program UNDP and head author of Human Development Report. Now I'm going to read in details. There is no denying the fact that the greatest wealth of nations is neither geographical size nor its natural resource, but its skilled human resource. This is even truer in a highly populated natural resource. Scarce country like Bangladesh, labor and entrepreneurship are two critically important ingredients of economic activities. But simple labor or half-hearted entrepreneurship cannot make economic activities dynamic. One needs human resources and innovative and creative entrepreneurship for that purpose. In other words, labor must become human capital. There are three distinctive ways in which the human resource of a country contribute to its economic development. First, the skills and capabilities of humans can effectively and successfully utilize other means of production. In absence of human resource, the mere presence of land, machinery, and raw materials is nothing but a collection of innate things. Second, in the development process, the impact and contribution of technologies are crucial, but but one requires appropriate human resource to properly use those technologies. In today's world of technological and digital revolutions, capable and irrelevant human resources are a must. Third, the process of human civilization, the inventive power, creativity, and innovation of humans have played a major role. When the labor force of country acquires these traits, it transforms itself into relevant human capital. In developed countries, labor due to higher labor productivity enjoys a large share of national income. For example, in the US, share of labor income in the country's national income is 62%. On the other hand, in Mexico, a developing country, the share of labor income in total national income is only 35%. The underlying reason being lower labor productivity viewed from yet another angle. In developed countries, labor has been transformed into human capital, while in the developing world, labor yet to become human resources. The digital revolution has changed the world of work, creating new demand for newer skills in recent time. Knowledge intensive commodity trade accounts for nearly 50% of total global commodity trade. Therefore, people with the skills and resources to use technology and create value can thrive in today's digital world. Globally, 133 million new high-skilled jobs have emerged by 2024, but 75 million jobs might have been displaced by automation and new technologies. Among the new roles expected to experience increasing demand are data scientists and analysts, e-commerce and social media specialists, training and development expert, innovation managers, AI and machine learning specialists, big data specialists, information security analyst, and process automation expert. There is no doubt that the future world of work, new forms of human resource will be needed. With the reality in mind, different countries have been remodeling their entire education system. They are refining their academic programs, syllabuses, and teaching and learning methods, emphasizing science, technology, engineering, and medicine-based education. STEAM. In China, 40% of graduates are STEAM. In in their fields. The relevant figure for India is 30% in the contemporary world. Human resource development emphasis 5 C's: cognitive skill, communication, connectivity, collaboration, and coordination. It goes without saying that in the context of the future world of work and necessary skills for that world, this perspective is extremely important and relevant for Bangladesh. What is the Bangladesh scenario in this context? In global comparison, Bangladesh ranked 13th out of 141 countries in the Global Knowledge Index 2024. In the Global Innovation Index, it's ranked 106th out of 133 countries. The top 5 skills rising in demand Bangladesh are teamwork and leadership skills 93%, analytical skill 89%, technology literacy in 81%, critical thinking and problem solving skills 70%, and the creative thinking 63%. Today, the youth labor force in Bangladesh is about 27 million, representing 36% of the total labor force of the country. Total labor force of the country, about 2 million young people are unemployed, accounting for 79% of the total unemployed population rate. Among the youth is about 7%, about 8 million young people are not in education, employment, or training, NEET. A lost potential for country joblessness among university graduates on the rise from 0.25 million in 2013 to 0.90 million in 2023, a more than threefold increase by levels of education. The unemployment rate is the highest among university graduates. The joblessness rate among them is 13%. In tomorrow's world, Bangladesh youths will have to compete not only with their peers inside the country, but also with youths from outside the world. Therefore, with that objective in mind, the following issues must be stressed. First, an assessment profile must be prepared regarding what kinds of skills currently being developed, both opportunities and deficits in preparing report ongoing upcoming human resource demand of domestic entrepreneurs must be kept in mind. Combining these two, human resource plan for country should be formulated and aligned with the overall national plan. Second, a comprehensive list of future job opportunities that may arise in the outside world needs to be prepared. In the context, in the impact of digital evolution must be considered. Along with this, it should be identified what kinds of skills would be needed for those job opportunities. Third, an evaluation must be conducted on the country's educational structure, academic programs, syllabuses, teaching and learning methods, physical and educational facilities, and so on. The objective of this assessment would be to determine whether the current educational system can meet the country's human resource demand as outlined in the human resource plan. In light of this, the entire educational system must be overhauled, incorporating information technology as well as artificial intelligence. In developing such an educational structure, on the one hand, focus should be placed on the history, culture, and heritage of Bangladesh, while on the other, lessons should be drawn from experiences, achievements of other countries. Fourth, to make human resource development effective, necessary training must be pursued continuously to ensure that knowledge acquired through education and skills built so far are up to date, modern, timely, and relevant. Such training is necessary not only for those in jobs but also for teachers and trainers in education. Academic programs, teaching methods, educational tools have been rapidly changing. Therefore, knowledge and experiences from the outside world can play an effective role in these areas. Fifth, specific programs may be undertaken to improve skills. This includes strengthening industry academic partnership, developing on-the-job mentorship, organizing affordable in-house training, offering skill-based incentive and bonuses, providing language training program, utilizing government skill development initiative, and partnering with local NGOs and training providers. 6. The above framework for human resource development requires regular monitoring, close assessment, and objective evaluation based on result obtained. The human resource development framework needs periodic reviews. Such a review may lead to change, extensions, and refinements of the framework. 7. Over the past 25 years, education budget Bangladesh has been less than 2% of GDP, and in 2025 it stands at 1.7% of GDP. Similarly, during the same period, health budget always been less than 1% of GDP. In contrast, India spends 5% of its GDP on education and 4% on health. In Vietnam, the education expenditure to GDP ratio is 4%, while the health expenditure to GDP ratio is 5%. Bangladesh should spend 4 to 6% of its GDP on education and 5 to 7% on health. The world is changing. The world is changing, and so are societies and humans. Change have also been occurring in human aspirations and expectation. As a result, the demands for human resource and their supply have also been evolving. Bangladesh must be prepared to effectively utilize its one and only unique wealth, its human resource, which holds the key to our future progress, achievement, and development. Thanks to everyone.